Good morning, friends. Welcome to a brand new week. Happy Monday, everyone. It is Y Week. Hello, Yutong. It is finally your week. You've waited the longest of anybody because we only have one letter left. It's Z, and we don't have any friends named Z. So it is your week this week, and you've waited a long time for this. Y is a tricky letter for so many kids because number one, they make the sound wrong, and number two, they write the letter incorrectly. So I want to go over those things with you today as you're working on the letter Y this week, because I want to make sure that you guys are doing it the right way and pronouncing it the right way. So a lot of friends think that when they make the sound for the letter Y, they say a w sound, but it is not a w sound. We talked about this many times in our classroom, and we say in our classroom when we do our Y song, we say Y is for yo yo, yup yup, yo yo. And so Y doesn't say what, it says ya, as in yo yo. And also I'm wearing my yellow shirt today because I wanted to remind you that Y is for yellow, and yellow says ya. All right, so when we go over these sounds today and when we're doing our writing, I want to remind you by saying good morning to each of you about the Y sound. So I'm going to say good morning, Yaden. Good morning, Allison. Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Yabri. Good morning, Yuklin. Good morning, Yonner. Good morning, Yavid. Good morning, Yamelia. Good morning, Ethan. Good morning, Yia. Good morning, Israel. Good morning, Yivy. Good morning, Jacob. Good morning, James. Good morning, Jordan. Good morning, Juliet. Good morning, Yatharin. Good morning, Yiler. Good morning, Yaya M and Yaya C. Good morning, Yathan. Good morning, Yosker. Good morning, Uroy. And good morning, Yutong. Yours is the only one I can't change. And good morning, Yangelica. Good morning, everybody. I wanted to hear you have that sound. I wanted to substitute your first letter for the Y sound so that you could hear the sound that the Y makes. All right, so when we're making the Y today, I want you to know that the uppercase Y touches the top line. So it kind of makes the letter V upstairs like that, and then it comes straight down to the bottom for the uppercase Y. The lowercase y starts on the middle in the dots, and it goes down to the bottom line and then start up here on the dots and come down into the basement. A lot of friends, when they're making the lowercase y, will make it kind of a lowercase v up here and then straight down, but the lowercase y is diagonal line and the uppercase y is a straight line. So when you are writing it at home today and you're writing this week, I want to make sure that you guys do it right. So the uppercase y goes down to the dots and back up like the letter V upstairs and then comes straight down. That's the uppercase y. And then the lowercase y makes a diagonal line starting on the dots down to the bottom line and then back up to the dots and bring it down, slide down into the basement diagonally. Okay, guys? So when you're doing your Y today, make sure that you're bringing your lowercase y down into the basement with a diagonal slide, okay? It has to come diagonal. A lot of friends want to do it like this and just keep it like an uppercase Y squished down underneath the dotted lines, but that is not the right way to do it, okay? You're going to come from the dots and go down to the bottom and then back up to the dots and slide diagonally down underneath the line. It is a basement letter, so bring that letter line down diagonally. It's like a slide, like when you're on the playground and you want to go on the slide and you slide down diagonally. That's exactly what you're going to do with the lowercase y. Okay, so in your work today, you're going to be doing page 224, and I want to go over these words with you. We have yarn. We have yoke. Is this a yate? No, it's a gate, so we're not going to do this one. Is this a yacket? No, it's a jacket. We're not going to do that one. Yogurt. That's a good breakfast food if any of you want to have some yogurt today. Yogurt. This is what we have on our song that we sing for the letter Y. It's a yo-yo. And this is a vine that pumpkins grow on. So it's not a yine, it's a vine. This one we're not going to do. This is an animal that has that long hair. It almost looks like a cow or a bull, but with the horns, but it has this really long hair. It lives in the mountains where it's cold. So this is a yak. And this is a kindergarten word. You should be able to sound this word out. Yak. Okay? And then this boy is feeling tired. He is doing what? Oh, he is yawning. Okay? And I'm going to give you guys this page in our class story so you can see how many letters are for each word. I gave you some of the letters, but I really want you guys to try to sound out these words and write them on your own, because you need to keep practicing those letter sounds when you're writing, okay, to get ready for first grade. That's really important. Some of you are just coloring the pictures and thinking about the words, but action is where the learning is, guys. You've got to try to write these words out. And I gave you some clues on the letters that I thought might be kind of more difficult for you. Yogurt I didn't give you, because if you look up here on the container, you'll see the word yogurt right there. So I want you guys to try to sound out these words today, okay? So this is the language arts. For science today, we're doing a science experiment in our Inspire Science. We're on lesson 3. We're going to be doing page 34, cactuses growing in water. And you guys talked about last week about where do plants grow, and you talked about Carly said plants grow only on the land, and Jaden said that plants grow in the land and in water. And so you guys had to decide which student you agreed with, and that's what we're going to be focusing on this week for life science. So you guys this is a beautiful picture of the desert where cactuses grow. Very hot, very dry. Not a lot of water or rain out there for the plants. So these plants have to have special adaptations that help them survive in that hot, dry land. And that's what we're going to be talking about this week. You guys did a picture of a plant growing in your area, and then this is what we're going to do today. Okay, we're going to be soaking some cactuses in water and wrapping them with a wax paper to see if that wax paper helps the cactus hold on to water. Okay, now in let me see if I can move this so you guys can see. In this morning I cut out, now these aren't going to be real cactuses, these are just sponges that I drew cactuses on. Can you see that? So I just drew some cactuses, and I just have been soaking them in water now for about almost an hour. So they're soaking. So I have one here, one cactus here, and they are full of water. You can see them dripping water. And then I have another one here. So one of these we're going to actually place in the wax paper. So let me see if I can put this here so you can see. For my boys' lunches, I use these wax paper lunch bags because they're compostable, and that means they'll break down. They're not plastic. And so they're made of wax paper because I didn't have wax paper, so I'm going to use these bags to put one of my cactuses in. So I'm going to take the cactus, let's see, I'll leave the yellow one. How about this? I'll leave this one, the yellow one, out in the sun with no wax paper wrapping. And this one that's in this blue dish soaking in water, I will put that one inside the wax paper. And then what we're going to do, guys, we're going to put it outside and see what happens. See if this wax paper actually helps the cactus to retain the water. So here's my one from the blue water. It's dripping water. I'm just going to set it right inside my wax paper bag, and I'm going to seal it up. Can you guys see my little cactus in there? Okay, again, it's not a real cactus. It's just a sponge that I cut to look like a cactus for this experiment. And I'm just going to tape my little bag closed. Okay, so here's my cactus that's going to be protected by the wax covering, the wax paper covering. And we'll see if this cactus can retain its water. And I just taped the bag closed, if you can see that. So that's that. All right, so today for science, we're going to make a prediction. And it says, how does a wax covering help a cactus live in a dry place? Circle your answer. So this wax covering, so cactuses have wax coverings covering their body underneath the thorns. So do you think that wax covering helps the cactus to get light? Or do you think it helps the cactus to keep water? So you're going to either circle get light or keep water. And then I'm going to place these cactuses out in the sun. And this week we're going to decide for day number 1 today, my wax paper cactus is wet. It just came out of the water. So we're going to circle wet. This one says wax paper. And then this one says no wax paper. This one is this cactus right here that I'm not going to give it a wax covering. You can see it's dripping wet right now. So we're going to choose wet for that one also. Okay, and so that's pretty much it, guys, for the science today. I just want you guys to be thinking about that wax covering for the science experiment today. All right, now the last thing I wanted to talk with you about this morning is your lesson that Mr. Shaw sent me for the computer lab. And this is something you guys are going to be doing for the first time today. This is my laptop computer. And when you guys do your lesson at home today, you're going to be using a key that I don't know if you've used in the computer lab with him before, but he wanted me to remind you. And so down here, there's this big rectangle key, and it's called Shift, S-H-I-F-T. Because today, friends, you're going to be making capital letters in your typing today. So if I don't use this key and I just type in Yutong, Y-U-T-O-N-G, it keeps her Y lowercase. Do you see that? But we know that when we want to type a name or write a name, oops, it fixed it automatically for me. When we want to type a name of a place or make a capital letter, we have to make it uppercase. So the only way to do that on a computer is to hit Shift. So as you are typing in a Y for Yutong or whatever letter you're wanting to make Y, you hit Shift first and then type your letter, okay? And if you don't hit Shift, it makes them lowercase, but if you hit Shift, it will make it uppercase. Like, so I can make Yutong all uppercase by holding down that Shift key and writing Y-U-T-O-N-G, and that makes it all uppercase. Can you guys see that? So that Shift key right here, there's one here on the right hand side, and then there's a matching one. Actually, this is my right hand side. There's a matching one over here on the left hand side. So there's 2 Shift keys. So anytime you want to make uppercase or capital letters, you just hold down this Shift key. Just press it and hold it down and then type whatever you want to type. So that's what Mr. Shaw said is going to be in your lesson for today's computer lab lesson. Okay, guys? So today, I hope you have a great day. I'm going to send you a video on shapes because I haven't had a chance to do that yet, and this video is too long with all the things we were talking about for science and language arts and typing. So I'll send you the math video in a little bit, but I'm going to go put these out in the sun today, and we'll see what happens. I'm just going to set them on a plate out in my yard, yard, and let the sun shine on them, and we'll see what happens with the wax paper one or the one that has no wax paper. What will happen to this water if this cactus is not protected by the wax paper? All right, guys, have a great morning, a great day today, and I can't wait to see the work that you're going to send me later today.